Ask a room of grown-ups about their earliest memories, and it won't be long before one of them mentions being given their first bike. It's a big moment, and as a parent, grandparent, aunt or uncle, it's your job to make sure it's one they'll remember. So stick with us and we'll talk you through the basics. There are two options for the end of fours: the traditional, miniaturized pedal bike fitted with stabilizer training wheels, and the relatively new and innovative balance bike. These are basically just scooters fitted with saddles rather than standing platforms, and sometimes brakes. We'd pick a balance bike every time. The learning process is far quicker, and you'll notice core riding skills develop in a far more natural way. Usually, the child will start out sitting astride the saddle and pretty much just walking around. From here, they'll start taking longer strides, then lifting their feet and coasting progressively further. This means they'll develop the kind of balance and steering techniques that will pay huge dividends when the time comes to progress to a pedal bike. Stabilizers or training wheels, on the other hand, encourage the idea that balance is optional and don't really foster the same understanding of stability brought about by wheel rotation. They also involve more moving parts than a balance bike, so tend to be more expensive and less resilient to the hard knocks of shed life. Believe it or not, weight can be a huge factor for kids' bikes. If the bike is heavy and exhausting to ride, they won't enjoy it, and enjoyment is the single factor that will ensure the bike actually gets ridden. Try to go for the lightest bike within your budget, so they have the best possible chance of loving cycling as much as you did. As with weight, fit is crucial. You may be tempted to buy a bike that's a little bit too big for them to ride, so they grow into it. But that'll just make the bike hard for them to ride, and that's no fun. It's always a good idea to take the expert advice shops offer, and if possible, sit them on the bike. The problem with kids sizing is that not all 2-year-olds are the same, and this potential deviation from average gets wider as they get older. This means you really have to put bums on saddles to get an idea for what the correct size is. Bikes aimed at older kids are usually gender specific, appealing to the very unequivocal and/or faddy tastes of the current crop. The good news is the under 4s will usually embrace any bike that's brightly coloured. For this reason, manufacturers usually try to appeal to the parent pocket by producing unisex bikes that can be easily passed down from one child to the next. It's probably best to stick to quiet areas like parks and gardens at this stage. Even cycle paths can be a scary prospect with bigger bikes buzzing past. We definitely advise against roads, even quiet ones, and constant supervision is required. It goes without saying that all young riders should wear helmets at all times. It's vital that they fit properly and don't move around on the head. And shop staff will be the best to advise on this. Getting your kid's first bike right will lead to far more inclination to actually ride, stay fit, and just get out there and enjoy the freedom a bike can offer. Just remember to have some magic plasters or band-aids on hand for the first grazed knee.
There's more of the same coming soon, so don't forget to click subscribe. And let us know what you think of the series so far in the comments section below.